builds and the deployments for Dynamics projects. Just hands up, is everyone here CRM/Power Platform? Is there any FinOps people in the room? So this session isn't actually related to FinOps, yeah? But it will give you an excellent understanding of the artifacts involved in CE, Dynamics 365, CE, Power Platform, okay? Just so you're aware. So RP, he's put together lots of sessions, so please, RP, if you proceed through the slides, let's just go through the first slide, just so that people are aware of what you're covering. So if you just go to the next one, please. Yeah. Yep, so let's do an introduction for RP. So do you mind if I do an introduction for you?
No, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, the reason why I know RP is because he is a very active member of the community. He's involved in a lot of the actions behind the scenes of the community. All this event that we did today, for example, there's a lot has to happen behind the scenes for us to execute. And so he's one of the ambassadors that helps to execute our strategies across the world. Another thing to mention is that I know him from Amsterdam. He's working for, what was the client called again? What was the company?
So I was working for TCS earlier.
Yeah, what was it? It was a bank, wasn't it?
ABN AMRO, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a bank that he was doing implementation for. And they had the same challenge with the whole DevOps deployment aspect. And now you work for Capgemini, that's correct, isn't it? Yeah. But you're very highly active. He's got an awesome blog, so please follow him. That's RP. So RP, yeah. So let's obviously, because what we want to do is spend a little bit of time on the slides, not too much, maybe 5-10 minutes, and more on actual. Who wants that? Who wants physical, actual showing you a deployment? Yeah. And who wants to just see slides? Yeah. I'm happy to explain the background behind it, but everyone wants to see real life deployment. That's what you're going to do today, RP. So yeah, let's skip past that slide and let's move on from there.
That'll take only 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay for everyone.
Yeah.
Just to give the background that what are the challenges we go and what DevOps actually do. So let's quickly get into the agenda. So we are going to discuss in this today 1.5 hours. So we are going to discuss about the challenges that we are having currently in terms of deployments. We'll quickly discuss about the DevOps. We'll discuss about the Azure DevOps. Then we have the live demo, obviously, and we'll discuss about the best practices. So we'll make sure that DevOps is not becoming your DevOps. Yeah. So since morning, we are all discussing about the developments and all. The session started with the keynote of the low code and the no code. Right? So we are doing Power Apps. We are creating Microsoft Flows. We are creating Power Automate, virtual agents. A lot of interesting stuffs are there in the Power Platform. But if you are not able to deploy these changes so that the end user can access it, so it doesn't make sense anymore, right? So we have a lot of deployment challenges earlier. So let's discuss about those. So if you can, you can easily identify with this image, right? So this is the image of a developer. So every developer, start their days with these kind of stuff, like he has a lot of new requirements. If they are actually following the Agile methodology, then they have to work on the new requirements. They have some leftover of last sprints. They have to work on the SIT fixes, UAT fixes, production bug fixes. He has to prepare for the sprint demos. So a lot of activities are there, and obviously the clock is ticking behind. So if there is a lot of stuff that they are building on their development environment, there should be some streamlined process to deploy on the production so that the end user can access that feature, right? So if I discuss about more about the deployment challenges for why the deployment process is having a lot of errors. So first is the manual deployment. So we used to do a lot of manual activities while doing development, testing. So there are a lot of manual activities are involved. So due to this, a lot of we are not able to do the rapid changes. We are not able to deploy the changes on the productions. Multiple developers are working on the same organization, and there is no proper collaboration and there is no proper communication between those. So that is also one of the biggest challenges. And the last one is the lack of unit testing. So that is one of the major things that we are not doing proper unit testing. So the testing team has a lot of overload, and obviously, the system you are deploying on the production has a lot of bugs, and obviously, it takes a lot of time to deploy the things on the productions, and on the weekend, if you have to sit on the nights to deploy the things on the production, and the Monday night nothing is working. Why? Because we are not doing proper unit testing, we are dependent on the testing teams, right? So DevOps actually streamline a lot of processes, provides a lot of tools, it actually focuses on the automation, it actually focuses on the continuously integration, continuously delivery, it actually focuses on the monitoring part, and it always focuses on the collaboration, the communications. So that is the major advantage of using DevOps. So this is just a a graphical representation then how many clients or organizations are currently adopting the DevOps. So 71% are manual and auto, 23 are still manual, and 6% only are they using full automations. What is DevOps? So I think we know that everyone are a lot of capable to do everything like testers and developers, deployment managers. But if you are not making the right choice, it doesn't make any sense. So this is a very high level definition of DevOps. Okay, so this is the developers and this is the operational team. So a very high level definition, it actually collaborates the development team and the operational team. That was one of the major part missing in the earlier deployments. There was no proper communication between the developer teams and the operational teams. So DevOps actually make it happen for us. And one of the biggest challenge for all of us that the developers, like I told you in the last slide, that we have so many tasks to work. We are following the agile methodology nowadays, so we have a lot of tasks to do, right? But so developer intention is to deploy the changes as soon as possible, right? They don't focus on the quality of the work. They don't focus on the unit testing. So the DevOps is basically, instead of focusing on the delivery, focus on how to achieve to that particular delivery. You have to follow a proper process to achieve that particular goal. This is the main aim of a DevOps, that it actually create a collaboration between your development team, your quality insurance teams, and the operation. So there are three main focus areas of a DevOps. First one is the people, process, and the products. Okay, people means is actually if you are working in any project, there is not only developer, testers, and the deployment manager. There are a lot of parties involved. That is starting from your business stakeholders, who is giving the requirements, solution architects, testing team, coder, your functional consultant, obviously the customers, the end users. A lot of people are involved in that. So it actually focuses on the collaboration between all the peoples. It actually focuses on the process. So how the DevOps actually uses the process, because it actually uses a lot of tools. By using that, it actually follow the process and do the automations. And the last one is the products. So that is, I already discussed about it. It actually focuses on a lot of products and a lot of tools that Microsoft provided and some third party provided. For example, Selenium, and we are using the fake XRM for the unit testing, Easy Repro for the UI automation. So I'm going to demonstrate that part, that how the product actually helps to achieve the DevOps in our actual environment. This is also one of the basic